right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Monday, July 29th, a new week. Set by Vulcan. It looks like he's setting every second Monday for us. Let's see what he has today. This can treat low vitality and a persistent shaking. So it's a nice surface, it reads quite naturally. But I'm thinking it's an anagram or a shaking out of and a persistent and something that can treat low vitality. Well, I'm thinking it's going to be an antidepressant. Is it A-N-T? I think so. Oh, Anto. Yeah, if you have a friend called Anto who's depressed. No, antidepressant. Yes, that looks right to me. Oh, well, let's try the downs. To be sure, Zola shivered in a measure of cold. Well, I think shivered is going to be like shaking and indicate an anagram. Now, to be sure, Zola is 12 letters, yeah. So I think we're going to anagram that, and a measure of cold I think must be absolute zero. It's kind of hard to hide the Z in an anagram like that. But there we go. So a good start. Follows a possible fall of the pound. Question mark. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not sure. It could be an and lit where the whole clue is providing the wordplay and the definition. Or maybe just follows. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. All right, wronged wife hides demon admirer, but not completely. Oh, yeah, so it's a hidden clue. Funnily enough, I mean, it has the word hides in there, but that's not telling us it's a hidden clue. It's but not completely. And I think it's from Othello, which I've never seen, but I think it's Desdemona. All right. Possible pollutant finally wrapped in film. Oh, I'm thinking it must be possible is the definition. And we're going to put some short pollutant. Oh, no. Pollutant finally, of course, is the T. And we're going to put that in film. Oh, I want it to be plastic. But I'm not sure exactly how that would work. Maybe so film might be the... No, I'm going to have to come back to that one. Men surrounded by clamor turning up and eating away. Well, eating away seems like the definition, and I'm thinking eroding. We do have a din, which might be clamor. Now, who are the men? Of course, can be soldiers, which could be some kind of regiment. Yeah, I'm not very sure about that. We do have gore backwards, because clamor turning up made me think the word for clamor is going to be reversed and is going to surround the men. Yeah, and I think it must be an ing word. I'll leave it in for now, but yeah, I'm not really sure of that. Postpone bedtime for physical exercise. Okay, I think this is a fairly straightforward double definition. You might say, I'm not going to bed, I'm going to sit up for a while. I think it's a very British expression. And then, of course, a sit up is a type of exercise. How about it's nourishing with or without a little mustard? Wow. It's nourishing. Could it be? Well, I don't think it would be nutrition. It just seems so similar to nourishing. With or without a little mustard. No, I won't even write that one in. I'm not sure. Let's go back to the acrosses. What off break does cuts back. Is off break yes, that in snooker. Well, there's the break, but I'm also thinking about spin on a ball, the off break. Oh, yeah. So, in fact, it is maybe more related to cricket. An off break would, I think, a type of spin. So it spins and it is snips backwards. So cuts back. All right. How about defector runs away from a section of male body? Ooh. I think it's going to mean a defector. Traitor, but that doesn't quite fit. And then runs away might mean we take an R. Is it from a section of male and then we have a body? Oh, of course, a defector can also be a rat. And if it's rat with runs away, it would be AT. Not sure. Sleuths turn out most attractive. All right, I'm thinking turn out is telling us to anagram. Sleuths. And it'll be an EST word. Luscious, I think, is the anagram. All right. Suggested, little devil. Well, I think a little devil must be an imp. Spun a tale. If you spun a tale, perhaps you lied, so implied is suggested. Try to follow beat in dance. Well, can it be tango? Yeah, I think so. If you have a try at something, you have a go. And if you beat somebody, you tan, perhaps you tan their hide. So I think that gives us the tango. Leave part of fishing tackle in fish. Oh. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's the definition is leave, like something out. Oh, and then part of fishing tackle might go inside trout. Leave something out. I think this would have to be an R, O-U-T, and a T here. Leave. No, I can just think of Tigger. Oh, I did think 4 down might be plastic. So, yeah, maybe it's not a trout. Leave. No, how about prophet? Ooh, with the Z, I'm wondering if it's the name of I have an Old Testament prophet, put back a tiny amount of weight. Well, I think tiny amount of weight could be an ounce, which backwards could be ZO. Oh, Zoroastra, is that his name? Oops. Let me pause and look him up. I think that is the name of a prophet. I don't know, and of course I should get it from the wordplay. On a very hot day, I suppose you could call it a roaster. Again, maybe that's British slang. I'm trying to remember, did we say that in Ireland? It was no, I think we'd just say a scorcher, but maybe a roaster. But Zoroaster was the name of the prophet, philosopher, and the founder of Zoroastrianism, of course. All right, towards the end, almost getting coffee. Ooh. Yeah, I'm wondering if it is a word that means towards the end. No, I think it's the other way around. So towards the end might be latter, the latter half. But if it's not quite finished, you get a latte. All right, African managed to confine sickly looking daughter. Managed might be an anagram, but African itself has 7 letters. I think it might be an African nationality. I'm thinking Rwandan. Ah, yes. And so if someone is sickly looking, they're one, daughter is D, and all around it is ran or managed, and that confines the other letters. All right, make a gesture or answer Italian woman. Oh, yeah. So if you make a gesture, perhaps you're signing something, making a sign. R is R, A is answer, and a signora. Metal cruet prepared for drug solution. Oh my goodness, if this had 10 letters, it would be obviously an anagram of metal cruet. But I'm wondering if maybe we have to put a 3-letter metal and then anagram cruet. Ah, yes, the metal is tin, and a tincture is a drug solution. All right, fountain, priest thrown into it backwards. Yeah, so I'm thinking it must be fountain. And we're going to have a priest. Oh, yes, I suppose one of the most famous fountains in the world in Rome, right? The Trevi Fountain. And so the reverend or priest, is thrown into literally it backwards. All right. Rich food, complaint gets the boot. So I'm not sure if it's going to be a charade of rich food plus complaint is going to give a phrase that means gets the boot. Or the other way, it's going to be some rich food and we're going to have a complaint. I'm thinking of a cold, which could be the start of some kind of food, but then cold and something for being fired. Yeah, I don't see it, but we have some nice letters for the downs, so let's head back to them. Right. Watering down of grown-up portion with drug introduced. I'm thinking it's going to be watering down, and I can think of a long word for that would be adulteration. So portion, I think, is yes, a grown-up portion is adult ration, and it has, of course, 9 times out of 10, it seems, if a drug is mentioned, it's going to be E for ecstasy. Make regular opera with pronounced deceit. Make regular. Yeah, I'm not sure. And then with pronounced, it could be a homophone. But I'm thinking deceit might be. Oh no, make regular. Ah, yes, there is an opera Norma. Don't ask me who it's by. And pronounced deceit is a homophone indicator because deceit may be lies, and if you pronounce that, it sounds like Lise. All right, make aware of pain at the back after shot in the leg. I must be make aware of. Yeah, but I'm not. Delegate? No. Pain at the back. What would that be? Maybe the last letter of pain after shot in the leg. It's funny, we have an L and a G. Are we literally going to put leg in there? Anyway, make aware of. I'm still not thinking of a good word for that. How about brother may have this nurse to fancy? Well, could it be a brother as in a religious brother, some kind of monk? Or is it going to be fancy, which could be the verb to fancy, but it could also be a fancy as in a flight of fancy? No, not seeing it. Philosophers whisper is audible. I think it is the philosopher George Russell, right? And again, it's a homophone. It sounds like rustle, which I suppose could mean a whisper. Not prepared to hear about cold drink. If you're not prepared to hear, you might be said to be deaf to somebody's argument, for example. That goes about C for cold, and we get decaf. Finished on time, that's plain. If something is finished, it's over, and that goes on T for time. And if something is overt, it is plain. So I think the rich food, yes, is if you have a complaint, you have a beef, and a boot might be a Wellington. So it's nothing about getting the boot being fired, it's about the boot itself. Yeah, I'm thinking about tonsure, but can that refer to the brother? I always thought that was just their haircut. Let me pause and look up the word tonsure. It is a tonsure. And so the definition is brother may have this. So that's very clever. And it's an anagram or fancy version of nurse too. Yeah, I really like that clue. I mean, it's simple, but has that little twist in it that you have to know where to break the line to. In fact, it actually, the line break, brother may have this, should have given it to me, but there we go. So Make aware of. Am I confident of the crossing letters? I think I am. Make aware of. Yeah, I'm now thinking it might be shot in the leg. But oh, I wonder if it's a. It is make aware of. I realize there must be an H between the G and the T. And enlighten. So pain at the back after shot in the leg. Oh, shot, of course, can be an anagram indicator, and so we're anagramming in the leg, but we're one letter short. We need a final N, and so pain at the back, sure enough, is the last letter of pain. All right, how about our leave part of fishing tackle? Oh, I think the definition is a fish, and it is a conger eel. So how is, or reel would be part of fishing tackle. How is leave? CONGE. Yeah, I think I'm going to need 15 squared to explain that one to me. All right, so I think 4 down must be plastic. Let me see if I can work out why. I mean, where's the definition for a start? Could be film, could be plastic. Or a possible pollutant could be plastic. Yeah, I'm a little confused by that one. I'm going to leave it in for now, but we may have to look at 15 squared to understand it. All right, how about this defector runs away from a section of male body. Yeah, I'm not quite getting that. Well, at least this one isn't nutrition. But it could be some other form of nutri, with or without a little mustard. What does mustard mean in the crosswords? I know if you throw a ball and you throw it hard, you say you put a little mustard on it. But I'm not. And then the other one that's remaining is follows. Follows could be tails. We all know that from detective films. A possible fall of the pound. Oh, that's very clever. If you toss a coin, which I'm still not used to, the pound being a coin and not a note, but if you toss it, it can fall head or tails, so that is very, very clever. All right, I think I'm going to go to wordplays.com, website I've mentioned every time, I think, where I put in the letters I have and it suggests possible words that match that pattern. Let's see what they have for our defector. Well, one of the matching words is an apostate, who is, I suppose, a defector. They leave a religion. So let's see. A section of male body runs away from. Oh, yes. It is the prostate. Men are so lucky to have a prostate. Anyway, so the R, sure enough, runs away, and we get Apostate. That is also very clever and very cleverly phrased. All right, so just yeah, is there another form of nutrient like nutriment, nutrigent? Yeah, I think I'm going to have to use wordplays.com for this one too. Yes, there is a word nutriment. I don't think I've ever. Well, I did think it did cross my mind, so maybe way, way back I've seen that form, but I think nowadays, assuming it's the same thing, nutrient is used. So let's see, how does the wordplay work? Without, of course, can mean something is going outside. Um, Mustard, of course, could be a condiment. No. All right, that's another one for 15 squared to explain. But actually, this crossword went fairly painlessly today. There were just a couple I got hung up on and had to come back to. But let's see what they have at 15 squared. All right, the blog is by Peter O today. A pleasant, easy start to the week. I'd agree with that. I think I followed everything except, oh, congreal, congé, leave, most often in the sense of permission to leave. I wonder if that's a military thing or what, not a word I'm familiar with. Then let's see. In the Downs, plastic, oh, so possible pollutant is the definition. Finally is last, which is wrapped in pick. Which is film. Yeah, right. I should have worked that out. Now, Peter is questioning last meaning finally. I think that's fine. I think you would say, for example, last but not least, meaning finally. So I think that's fine. And then 7. Oh, so in fact the clue is referring to the fact that it can be nutrient. And so a little mustard is the first letter of. Of course. So with or without that. Yeah, I'm not 100% convinced by it, but I'll let it pass because I'm just grateful for a nice easy one. Let's see. KVA is always a great commenter. Plastic Chambers has atter at the end, finally under last. Anyway, yeah, so I think that was a nice start to the week. Hopefully it doesn't get too much more difficult as we go on, but I'm sure we'll have some challenges. Anyway, thank you as always for watching and have a great day.